unexpected personality traits. UPT. Sounds like a disease or something like that. Anyways, I've been confusing people my whole life. I've always been a really short and quiet person, so it comes as a surprise to people that I'm actually pretty brave and adventurous. My mom likes to tell me about this time I was in kindergarten class and the teachers were looking for volunteers. The firemen were there that day and they were showing us what they would do if someone had a head wound, so it involved bandaging some kid's head. The teachers were very surprised that I raised my hand to volunteer. And the thing is, I actually remember that day. I remember when little 6-year-old me raised their hand to volunteer. The main thing I remember is being afraid. I was afraid to raise my hand and potentially end up in front of my whole class with a big huge fireman wrapping a bandage around my forehead. I was afraid, but that's why I did it. See, the thing is, I think I've been confusing people my whole life because I've been a fighter my whole life. I've refused to let fears stop me. In fact, fears are what push me to take on new experiences and risks. The more I'm afraid of something, the more I have to grow and push the boundaries of my fear. You can't control what you're afraid of. That doesn't matter. But what does matter and what you can control is what you do. So I'm not an adrenaline junkie or something like that. The things that freak me out are what I want to do. For example, in 4th grade, I ran for class president. I had to get up in front of my whole class, blowing all my teachers away that I would even attempt such a feat and give a speech. I was afraid to do it, but I did it anyways. And I think that's what true bravery is, being afraid to do something but still doing it. So if you think about it, a person who is normally not afraid, either because of the chemicals in their head or their personality, they're going to be fine until they come to something that's truly scary. And then they're going to struggle. But a person who faces their fears every day, they're going to come to a scary situation and they're going to think, hey, I've done this before, I'm going to get through this. I'm not writing this to glorify myself or anything like that, but what I am doing is trying to remind myself of who I am. Being short and quiet will lead people to assume certain things about you, and over the years I've come to believe some of those assumptions as being true. One of them being I am not brave, and the other one being that I'm not adventurous. Both of those are a lie, and I sometimes need to remind myself that what other people think of me does not equal who I am. Who I am is brave and adventurous, and I don't want to let anyone else tell me otherwise, especially myself. So, that's all I really wanted to say. Yeah, keep that in mind this week. Do things that freak you out. That's good for you. And have a nice day.